It's a lovely sunny day today, so it's an ideal day to wash my lace. So this is the collar I made in my previous videos. It's the Daisy and Rose Irish Lace Collar by Megan Mills, and it's a bit grubby because I hadn't worked on it for a long time, and also just even though I wash my hands every time I touch lace, it does still get a little bit grubby. So to wash my lace, I use my ordinary everyday detergent. This is the stuff I buy in Aldi. It's a biological washing powder, and it does an excellent job at getting the lace clean. You can wash your lace in a washing machine. If you do, use one of these nets to keep your lace safe. I wouldn't put it on a very vigorous program, but something like a gentle wash would do. So I've got a bowl of water here with some washing liquid in it, and it's warm, it's hot. So I'm not going to rub, I'm just going to gently let the water do the action. This particular bit is quite grubby. And once I've washed it, I'm going to dye it, and I'm going to use tea because I want the lace to be a tan colour. So I'm going to let the lace soak in the washing liquid for a while. So I've left the collar soak for half an hour in the soap suds, and I'm now going to rinse it. As you can see, all the dirt has come out. So I've rinsed the collar, and now I'm going to partially dry it before I dye it. If you don't want to dye your collar, you can skip this piece. I'm taking a towel and I'm putting the lace piece in it, and I'm going to roll it up to dry it, semi-dry it. We don't want it completely dry before we pin it out. So I'm not rubbing or wringing, I'm just doing it very, very gently, just squeezing the water out of the cotton. Cotton's more rugged than you would think. Lace can be boiled. In the old days they used to trim underwear with lace, and they used to boil that. So this is now nearly dry. So at this stage we can pin it out, but as I'm going to dye it, I'm going to show you how I'm dyeing it. I'm using tea. The tea I'm using is again tea I bought in Aldi. It's a fair trade tea, and it's not very strong compared to a lot of other Irish teas, but it's stronger than American tea, I think. So I'm using 4 tea bags. And about 3/4 of a litre of water, of boiling water. So I'm going to let that steep a bit. And then I'm adding the collar. I'm also adding some thread. This thread is going to serve to sew the collar into place on the cardigan I'm going to put it on. So if I left this white, you would see the little white marks where I sew it on, but to avoid that, I'm soaking it with the collar so it'll be the same color as the collar. And I'm now going to leave that for about 2 or 3 hours so that it can take up all the tannins into the cotton. So I've let the colour soak for a little bit in the tea, and now I'm going to go and rinse it out. I've rinsed the tea till the water ran clear, and I'm quite happy with the colour. If you use coffee, it'll be a browner colour. With tea, it's more of a tan colour. So now we need to get ready to pin it out. So again, I'm taking my towel. So here's my thread that I dyed the same colour as the collar. And again, I'm just going to press it dry so that it's just damp enough to pin out. So the next job is to pin out the collar and let it dry naturally. I'm getting ready to pin out the collar, and I'm doing it on a breadboard that bakers use to sell bread, and I've covered it with several layers of underlay for floors, so it's easy to stick the needles into. I've also got a bottle of water to spray on the collar if it's too dry, and some stainless steel pins. The pins need to be stainless steel because if they aren't, they could rust and leave marks in your lace. So this is the thread I'm saving. So I can stitch the collar onto a garment. And this is the collar that's half dry. And then I start by putting some pins in. The idea is to stretch the lace and to let it dry in a certain position. I might be moving the pins around. And now I'm going to try and go as far as possible without stretching the lace too much. So here's a rose, and I've noticed so here's a rose, and I've noticed so these pins are not in their permanent position. They'll be moved as the lace collar dries. And as I'm arranging the lace in its permanent position.
sorry for my going away, and of all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls into my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and softly call, good night and God be with you all. So fill to me the parting glass, good night and God be with you all.
If you want to, you can spray your colour with an ordinary spray starch. It's just an everyday one. There was one brand called Robin in the past, but I do like the smell it gives lace. It's a lovely scent. So you just lightly spray the starch over the collar and let it dry.
Of all the money that e'er I spent it in good company, and of all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit to memory I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass, good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend, and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town who